50 years old, still hooping. You're doing a podcast. All the muscles, and you're doing a podcast. And I'm
Yo, what's good, y'all? It looks like Jamie Foxx finally stepped in and addressed Rashad over the constant shots he's been taking at LeBron online. Now, Rashad's always maintained that it's just a bit, that he's playing the antagonist role on his show. But when it comes to LeBron specifically, that energy feels a lot less like an act. If you used to catch Gil's Arena back when Rashad was part of the crew, you already know exactly what I'm talking about. The second LeBron's name came up, his whole demeanor would shift. So let's break down what actually led to Jamie stepping in and confronting him. Make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Now let's get into it.
But the one thing he didn't do is he didn't deliver the parade that LA has been waiting for since Kobe's 2010 season.
He couldn't because
right? Because we were all trying not to die during that time.
Yeah.
So it really didn't do nothing for the fan base. You know, we were able to see Kobe bring 5 championships, 5 parades to the city of Los Angeles. So when you talk about, you know, what we expected, we didn't get to see none of that. And so it's not a huge knock on LeBron because it is a team game, but you are the leader and you did come here to win championships. So for the last 8 years, to move on again to the next team and not come back and not secure or end your career here, which I think everybody was expecting or at least wanted to happen, because who ever seen a guy play 25 years in the NBA? So we never seen that. So the fact that he's going to another team again after not winning a championship again, to me, that's just another reason for me to keep going the way I go about having expectations for him. I have high expectations for LeBron. And so for him to finally get off the team that I used to root for, because I had high expectations for Kobe and how he ended his career, I did not like. I did not like it on the losing end and the injuries and all those things. So I never gave him credit for that.
Yep.
That fall off was not good, and it didn't feel good for me. And it don't feel good right now, like seeing that LeBron's got to leave again. And that's just another thing that I can add to the conversation about why he's not the GOAT. You left here, you left here, you left here, you left here on losses. So for you not to bring a championship here and leave, that would be cool. That's like, at least you gave us a parade. You give LA a parade, LA will immortalize you. And the fact that he wasn't able to deliver that says something. And for the last 8 years, regardless of the stats and the accomplishments that he's done, we've been able to see what he's truly made of, what he brings to the table, his longevity, his endurance, and just being able to fight through all the old shit.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But after that, it's just, to me, it's just another move. It's another move, another page in the movie, another ask for watch me here, you know. And now we're going into free agency for the summer. We got to talk about LeBron for the rest of the summer. And everybody's like, well, Rashad, what are you going to do when LeBron retires? I'm like, we'll find out when he fucking retires. Like, until then, I'm going to be on your fucking neck, my guy.
But can we say that before LeBron got there, the Lakers were looking?
Rebuilding.
Were they rebuilding, or were they going into a direction where they were lost?
You remember who they had and who they had to give up to get LeBron?
Man, listen, if you were genuinely believing that Randall, Lonzo, Kuzma, and that whole crew was leading the Lakers deep into the postseason, then honestly, you were already living in a fantasy at that point. That's just being a die-hard fan talking, because that group was not getting it done, not anytime soon. During that stretch, the Lakers couldn't even secure a sit-down meeting with LaMarcus Aldridge. Things were rough out in LA, and then Magic Johnson made it even worse by passing on Tatum in favor of taking Lonzo instead. I get it, Lonzo's a hometown kid, California through and through, but let's be real, Tatum was clearly the more talented prospect. And when people try to put Kobe's Lakers run next to LeBron's like they're equivalent situations, they're leaving out a lot of context. We're talking about a guy who joined the franchise at 34 years old. Before LeBron made that move, name me another player who was expected to bring multiple championships to a franchise in year 16 of his career. That's just not realistic. So in my eyes, the fact that the Lakers won even one title during his time there should be considered a genuine accomplishment. They got their ring. And every single season since LeBron joined the Lakers, there's been a different champion crowned league-wide. So being part of that group isn't some kind of failure. Yeah, Los Angeles as a city operates like titles are just expected, guaranteed even. And LeBron delivering one there absolutely cements his place in franchise history. But now I'm curious what the bar is going to be for Luka and AD going forward. What kind of expectations are people going to place on them? Or is this level of scrutiny reserved exclusively for LeBron? Do people just view him as competition for whoever their favorite player happens to be? I genuinely don't get why he gets treated the way he does. Why can't we just appreciate greatness for what it is instead of constantly hunting for a reason to tear it down? But I guess that's just the deal with LeBron. He's always going to be under a microscope. Still, if it ain't broke, why fix it?
Damn, man. You need that dude?
Yeah, he wouldn't have won in Cleveland.
You need that dude? Because my dude lost a dude that they said he was riding on the backpack, and he was like, you know what? In order for y'all to respect me, I got to win without him. And he went and did that without changing teams. So when you look at the integrity side of trying to prove to your competitors that you're better, you got to do it a certain way.
I gotta do it a certain way to win.
Cause you join them motherfuckers, and it's like, okay, who's
To the people who ain't winning.
Who's the captain? Cause you left your kingdom over there.
That's crazy.
Man, the kingdom of Cleveland.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like I said, it feels like the man grown, he made the decision he wanted to make. But like I said, in the sports world, and we're talking about sports here, people had something to say. That's just what it was.
Man, I honestly don't know when loyalty became this massive requirement athletes are supposed to live up to. Michael Jordan, the guy people call the GOAT, walked away from the game twice before he actually retired for good. Where were all the loyalty lectures then? And yet, somehow, nearly everything LeBron does gets put under a magnifying glass. A guy hits free agency and leaves as a free agent, and suddenly it's treated like he demanded a mid-season trade. Meanwhile, guys who actually hold out and force their way off a team barely get that same level of backlash. If someone's fulfilled their contract, they've earned the right to choose where they play next, full stop. And I really don't get this expectation that a player should be tied to one franchise for their entire career. This isn't indentured servitude. Players have been getting traded between teams forever. But somehow, when front offices make those moves, everyone just accepts it without question. I still can't wrap my head around how a handful of billionaire owners manage to get everyday fans to side against the players instead of them. But somehow, that's exactly what happened. And honestly, since I don't carry that kind of resentment toward any player myself, I just can't relate to people going this hard at LeBron.
When I see him, don't send no more sneakers. Yeah, we right here. LeBron, it's LeBron. He ain't here. It's LeBron. Great content.
Ask everybody who knows
All of
that
my
they will
it's
never
facts.
say he wrong.
To everybody out there, mindset is not a statistic.
Will lose, but he will never admit it.
Where is he right now? I thought we were talking about LeBron
You can't
James.
take me off my seat. We talking
I'm
about
your
LeBron.
conscience. I hate to do it. LeBron James has never been the second best player on any team.
He was this year.
He's 50 years old. Still hooping. You're doing a podcast. All the muscles, and you're doing a podcast.
And I'm
He wants to beat me up now because LeBron James is the GOAT.
see how he gaslighting me. I gotta use the white women language now. He's gaslighting me.
I know a lot of fans are just waiting to catch me in person and gauge my actual reaction to all this LeBron hate discourse. But if you actually pay attention to Jamie, you'll notice he's constantly in the comments under ESPN highlight clips, showing love and making it very clear he considers LeBron the GOAT. So when he finally stepped up and confronted Rashad, that wasn't some spur-of-the-moment thing. He came prepared for that conversation. And Rashad, on the other hand, can't really step outside the character he's built, so he's stuck continuing to play the role he created for himself. People keep repeating this narrative that LeBron was the third option this past postseason, but the reality is the Lakers chose to build around two guys who didn't even reach the playoffs. Once that happened, it made total sense for both sides to go their separate ways. It's really not that deep. I don't get why Rashad has such a hard time just accepting that, especially considering what happened once Underdog pulled its focus away from Gil. Rashad clearly believed that opening was his chance to slide in and become the guy directly behind Skip.